toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Wilson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing is Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going.
Looking for Numbs, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. He's at the 50. The 30, past the 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now it's Wilson. And he's got his man on the outright. The Jets first down. Not much. He needed 4 and he got 4 on 3rd down. They go play action with Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Wilson's throw here caught by Mims. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Play action. It's Wilson. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Zach Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The extra point up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
2nd and 4. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The first down carry here for Johnson. Fighting through it, he's got space. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Touchdown, Jets! Elijah Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. But you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw again is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Back to throw again. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside. And mark him at the 5. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On third down, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Wilson will throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. They'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Out of the gun now on third down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 40 yards. And Washington has retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now it's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Jets. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. Thomas brings it in. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle here to Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
taking it in from a yard out.
And Washington has once again taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Denzel Mims.
76 yards.
And the Jets have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. back here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far. But a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson from 6 yards away.
And Washington has taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
The throw down the field caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They go play action with Wilson. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Wilson. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Big play. 0 for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 39.
And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims, his second touchdown of the night. And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win extend another week. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Extra point safely through, and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
We got chips over here. Chips over here. Let's overload.
He'll look. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.